There's something quietly magical about walking into a backyard and finding a little parade waiting for you. Not the kind of parade with loud drums or bright costumes, but one that feels softer, more personal, a line of penguins made from yesterday's plastic bottles. Their glossy black bodies and proud white bellies shine under the morning light, each orange spoon beak pointing forward, as though they're ready to march into their own tiny adventure. What makes them beautiful is not perfection, but play. One penguin's button eyes might sit slightly uneven, another scarf may look too big, and a third might lean just a little to the side. Yet together, they create a story that feels alive. There is a gentle magic in gardens that are lit not by expensive lamps, but by small creatures made from love and scraps. Imagine stepping outside at dusk and looking up to see a row of owls swaying softly under your pergola. Their eyes are made from old jar lids, their bodies from soda bottles painted in earthy browns and soft greens, and inside, tiny fairy lights glow like captured fireflies. During the day, these owls are planters, cradling herbs, ivy, or even tiny flowers that spill from their crowns. In many gardens, borders are just lines drawn with stones or fences. But in this story, the border itself becomes alive, a playful caterpillar winding its way along the edge of the garden. Made from old tires painted in bold reds, blues, yellows, and greens, this whimsical creature stretches like a parade of childhood dreams. Each tire is a segment of its long, colorful body, and the first tire holds its face wide-eyed and full of mischief. Sometimes, a garden feels too still, too quiet, as though it needs a little laughter carried by the wind. That's where the flamingo wind spinners come in, born from forgotten fan blades, broken bottles, and a splash of bright pink paint. At first glance, they stand like graceful flamingos, one leg tucked, necks curved with gentle pride. But when the wind stirs, their wings begin to spin, flickering in rhythm with the rustle of leaves. There's something heartwarming about a garden that doesn't just hold plants, but also holds a bit of humor. Imagine walking into a quiet backyard and seeing a raccoon sitting there, not a real one, of course, but a bench shaped in its likeness. Its wide striped tail curls from an old painted pipe, its bright eyes pieced together from bottle caps, and its wooden belly stretched out just right for morning coffee cups or tired legs. Not every garden has space for a fountain or a grand koi pond, but even the smallest corner can hold water, reflection, and wonder. Picture an old tire once forgotten, now painted and lined to hold a pool of clear water. Pebbles rest along the edges, softening the shape, while plastic lilies, cut from jugs and carefully painted, float gently on the surface. Around the rim, little bottle frogs perch playfully, their wide green eyes painted with mischief. Walk down a garden path in the late afternoon, and you might notice something unusual among the flowers. Tiny red shapes peek out from the grass, their curved backs dotted with black spots. At first, they seem like real ladybugs basking in the sun, but closer look reveals their secret. They're made from old bottle caps, painted and reborn as cheerful little guardians of the garden. In many gardens, color comes only from flowers, but imagine stepping outside and finding parrots perched among the leaves, not living birds, but ones born from spoons and bottles. Their feathers flash in bright reds, yellows, and blues, layered carefully on a wire frame that gives them shape and life. From a distance, they look almost ready to chatter and laugh, their wings shimmering in the sunlight. There's a special kind of charm in the way geckos cling to walls at dusk, silent and watchful. In this garden, though, the geckos don't move, and yet they feel alive. Their bodies are made from shards of bottles, carefully cut, painted, and arranged like shimmering scales. One curls its tail toward the herb bed below, catching a streak of sunlight. Another stretches across the fence, frozen mid-climb. There's something universally joyful about ducks. Their waddling steps, their gentle quacks, the way they move together as a family. And in a garden, even if you can't have the real ones, you can still capture their spirit with a family of ducks made from recycled bottles. The largest bottle becomes a mother, painted in bright sunshine yellow, and beside her, smaller bottles serve as ducklings, their necks shaped from flexible pipes. In a quiet herb garden where basil and rosemary stretch toward the sun, a gentle hum seems to linger, not from real insects, but from bees born of bottles. Their yellow bodies, striped boldly in black, shimmer in the light. Their wings, cut from clear plastic, catch the breeze and glimmer like glass. They don't move, yet they make the space feel alive, as though the herbs are guarded by cheerful companions. In a corner of the garden where herbs spill over wooden borders, two unlikely characters stand guard. A goat with wide, curious eyes, its body pieced together from scraps of hoses and bent metal, leans forward as if asking what you planted today. Beside it, a rooster stretches tall, feathers made from old spoons and pipes painted in bold red and yellow, its beak open mid-crow. Sometimes a garden fence feels like the end of the space, a line that stops the eye, but when butterflies perch along it, even ones made from scraps, the fence becomes a canvas for imagination. Picture a row of delicate wings cut from old bottles, painted in bold shades of orange, blue, and pink. In the morning sun, their translucent shapes glow softly, as if they might flutter away at any moment. In most gardens, snowmen belong only to winter, built from snow that melts away with the sun. But here, they stay all year long, companions made from plastic jugs and containers, standing cheerfully among the herbs and flowers. Painted in soft white, their round shapes stacked one on top of another, they wear scarves of old fabric and cradle succulents in their heads like playful hair. In a quiet corner of the garden, just beneath the shade of marigolds, a small family of hedgehogs waits. They don't shuffle or snuffle like the real ones, but they feel alive all the same, their bodies made from old bottles, their spines from broom bristles or wire, and their noses from painted caps. At first glance, they almost look real, blending into the mulch and flowers. Every garden has its quiet corners, and sometimes those corners need a touch of humor. That's where the whimsical frogs come in. Not real ones that leap into ponds, but cheerful companions made from soda bottles and a bit of paint. Their bodies are round and green, their eyes oversized bottle caps painted white and black, giving them a look of endless curiosity. When night begins to fall and the garden drapes itself in shadows, small lights start to flicker, not from lamps or candles, but from glowing moths made of CDs. Their wings shimmer with rainbow colors, fragments of old discs reflecting blues, purples, and greens. Each moth holds a gentle light inside, turning scraps into lanterns that feel both magical and familiar. On an ordinary wooden fence, a pattern begins to take shape. Rows of circles arranged like honeycomb, glowing yellow in the sunlight. Step closer and you'll see it's not wax or honey at all, but bottle caps, carefully painted and placed to form a beehive. Around it, a few playful bees, also made from caps and bits of wire, seem to hover as if guarding their home. In the corner of a vegetable patch, something white peeks out from the grass. Long ears rising curiously, a little nose painted orange like a carrot. At first glance, you might think a rabbit has wandered into the garden, but look closer, and you'll see it's a sculpture made from bottles and scraps, reborn into a playful companion that looks ready to hop among the herbs. Step into the garden, and suddenly it feels like the tropics. Bright flashes of red, yellow, and blue peek out from between the banana leaves and hibiscus flowers. At first, you might think exotic parrots have landed here, but these birds are handmade, crafted from bottles, spoons, and scraps, painted layer by layer until they shimmer like living jewels. They may not sing, but their colors fill the space with a rhythm of joy that feels every bit as alive.